into the legal ramifications of this Supreme Court case with Jessica Levinson, who is a CBS News legal contributor, and she is in Los Angeles. Jessica, thanks for your time.
Absolutely. Good to be here.
All right. So one of the reasons we like having you on is that you can put things in layman's terms for those of us who don't typically speak Supreme Court. So what exactly does this ruling mean?
So the ruling means, as you just heard, that Title 42 will stay in place. And this is a ruling that for the past few days now, we kind of have expected. It was a 5-4 ruling. Justice Gorsuch, a conservative justice, joined with the liberal justices. And what the majority said here is that we're allowing the GOP-led states, we're basically granting their request that Title 42 stay in place. And these GOP states weren't saying so much that there is a public health emergency at the border as they were saying that there would be a surge in illegal immigration. And that really became their theory. The other thing the GOP led state said, as you just heard, is that the Biden administration had basically abandoned their authority, that they had abandoned their responsibility, and so that they were going to step in. So the next step is to have a full airing of this issue. The case will be heard in February. A decision will likely come in June, probably the end of June, and it will be whether or not the GOP-led states can in fact intervene in this case, and we'll probably learn more about any administration's power to enact these type of restrictions under Title 42.
But in some ways, and obviously, feel free to jump in here and disagree, but when I look at this case and I look at this ruling, to me it seems like the Biden administration is probably breathing a sigh of relief right now, because in some ways they probably welcome this ruling.
So I'm not going to disagree with you. And I think politically speaking, that may be true. While it can be read as a legal loss, and while the Biden administration was saying we want to wind this down, what we've seen in a number of different areas, frankly, is I think that the Biden administration may breathe, as you put it, that sigh of relief when they try and implement a policy, or in this case, wind down a policy. But instead of saying we don't have the political will, they're thwarted by the courts. We've seen this with respect to other COVID restrictions in the past. In this case, the Biden administration can say, look, we're trying. It's this conservative Supreme Court that's stopping us. And we also know, as the reporting just indicated, that there are certainly some Democrats who are saying we weren't worried for what the expectation was, a huge surge in immigration. I'm speaking to you from California. I believe our governor said we're not ready yet. A very blue, very progressive governor saying this will fundamentally alter our ability to have capacity for new immigration.
Yeah, you do see a lot of Democrats siding with Republicans, especially in some of these border towns in Texas. So let me ask you this. If you were in the Biden administration, part of their legal team, getting ready for what may come in February, how do you prepare for a case like this? In some ways, you're breathing, because in some ways, as you noted, you're breathing a sigh of relief right now. What kind of argument do you make?
So I think the argument you make is you look at what the district court judge said about a month ago now, where what the district court judge said is that when the Trump administration implemented this policy, they went beyond what was allowed, that they basically used the coronavirus. At that point, it was in the very beginning of the coronavirus, there was a surge, that they used that as cover to create much more restrictive immigration laws that they otherwise would not have been able to. So what you focus on is the idea that no president should be able to use that authority and use a public health emergency as cover to try and create basically new immigration policy. That's largely what the district court judge said a month ago. He said that that Trump-era policy, Title 42, that we're talking about, was arbitrary and capricious. And I think that has to be really the main thrust of the argument. And I suspect that that is probably what we will hear in February.
All right. Well, we'll continue to follow this story. Jessica Levinson, really appreciate your legal analysis. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Happy holidays.